Hi Elden Ring fans, my name's Shawn and I'm here to help you with your first couple hours in Elden Ring. Your first From Software game can be super overwhelming and your friends have told you you're gonna die a lot. Spoiler alert, you are. In this video, we're gonna go over 8 tips to help you out in your first 5 hours of Elden Ring to make sure that you're feeling as confident as possible when going up our new bosses. Our first tip comes during character creation. There are 2 super important things to do during character creation. First and foremost, you have your origin. Your origin is going to give your character basic level up as well as a stat change from the basic options. So you're gonna wanna make sure you look those over and choose one that fits best your playstyle. If you're new to From Software games, I would choose Vagabond, Warrior, or Hero, as those can be the characters that will be the lowest investment to get the most reward out of your gameplay. Keepsakes are super important because what they do is giving you a free bonus item when you start the game. You're going to be looking at Crimson Amber Medallion, which will give you more HP to start the game off, or the Golden Seed. The Golden Seed will give you an additional pot to heal yourself, which will make it easier when doing those beginning boss fights. I personally chose to do the Golden Seed. The reason I chose the Golden Seed is because I know that I can increase my vigor or HP further into the game as I go around collecting souls to level up my character. I know that there is a limited number of golden seeds out in the world of Elden Ring, as there is with every From Software game, so I wanted to make sure that I had that bonus one right off the bat. Next, if you're new to a From Software game, on the right hand side, as soon as you get to the first area, you can actually jump down. What that jump down is it is a tutorial realm. So you'll have a couple of enemies that you'll fight. They'll go over each fighting option and show you how to do each of the combat abilities. At the end, there will be a small mini boss. So if you want some bonus experience points, if you've played a From Software game before, go after that tutorial area, get those free souls, you'll be able to use those to level up. When you approach the first region of the game after going up the stairs, you'll see an enemy going up and down this pathway. Leave him alone. Let him do his thing. Let him live his life. If you're a beginner in a From Software game, skip this boss, come back to him later. Once you've leveled up some more, he's not worth your time or your energy. You're just going to get frustrated. Use the crouch skill that you just recently learned how to do and crouch past him, walk around him, and go to the next area. The next area will continue the story and continue passing on, and you can always come back to him. Something that is very different with Elden Ring than other From Software games is that you can't skip bosses in this game. The game is completely open world, so unless a boss is blocking your path going forward to the next area, you can't skip them. So this boss in the beginning, you're able to skip it and go around them. If you reach the first ruins and you're struggling to defeat the enemies, make sure that you're going after them one by one. You can also use the backstab function when getting behind them and holding your normal attack button for your right hand trigger to be able to backstab them and deal a huge amount of bonus damage. Making sure you're sneaking up behind them will be the easiest way to do this. This first camp has a ton of enemies and can become overwhelming really quick. So if you are struggling with defeating them, take some time, come back to them, defeat them one by one, or you can skip over it and come back. There are a great number of items and you will need those souls to level up your character. So you don't want to skip over too many things, but it is something that you can skip, come back, fight a couple of them, come back, and make sure that you are ready to go. Each time that you do reset your health potions and regain health, you will reset the entire map. So it is super important that you kill as many enemies as possible and kill the full group of enemies. What's something different about this game from other From Software games is when you kill a full group of enemies, you do get a portion of your pots back. This is super helpful when going after enemies, making sure they are able to continue fighting without having to reset the world. One tip we want to make sure we don't forget about is if you die, make sure to pick up your souls. In Elden Ring, there's a little tracker which will follow the direction of where your souls last are. This makes it super easy if you lose track of time or you're super far away from where you last respawned. The reason you want to make sure that you're increasing your level is you want to be able to increase your vigor, which will increase your health, your strength to increase the damage that you're doing, and your endurance to make sure you're able to dodge more or attack more based on your playstyle. Exploring is going to be super important, so make sure you're not skipping over enemies as much as possible. You will want to make sure you kill as many as possible to increase your level. As an experienced From Software game player, I thought that I'd be fine and I'd be able to defeat these bosses at a lower level than I normally was. But in reality, I did need to go around and I did need to explore a lot more and kill a lot more enemies before I was able to beat the first boss during my first 5 hours of gameplay. I would say that was the biggest mistake that I made. Our final tip is to make sure that you don't give up. I know you just died. It's gonna happen a whole lot. In 5 hours of gameplay today, I died 100 times. Maybe I made too many mistakes, and maybe I wasn't paying attention as much as I should have. Maybe I had chat who distracted me too much while we were streaming live on Twitch. Making sure that you're learning something with each death is going to give you the best possible outcome when trying to defeat bosses and make progress in any From Software game. Thank you everyone for watching this video and learning more about Elden Ring. If you want to join me in our journeys in Elden Ring, you can join us any Thursday to Sunday, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at twitch.tv/Shawn, as I'll be exploring and going further into the game. If you're an experienced player and you feel like I've missed something, make sure to leave that in the comment section below. If you're a new player and you still have a question, leave that as well. I'd love to have that conversation in the comment section and help you out and give you the best advice that I can give you. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this content, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you know when we post additional videos. Turn on that bell so you're the first to know every tip that I give out as we further our progression in Elden Ring.